Morning, folks. My name is Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. The purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause simply means it's more likely than not that a crime has been committed, and more likely than not that you're the person that committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me this morning, I presume that you're innocent of these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings, unless and until the State Attorney's Office is able to prove the charges against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll set your conditions of pretrial release this morning, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit of the warrant which led to your arrest. We'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be, and if you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this morning. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you haven't had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. And I need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. I'll solemnly swear or affirm, tell truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Outstanding. When you hear your name called, please step forward to the podium. Brandy Bartley. Morning, Brandy. What's your date of birth?
June 2489.
Brandy, you're here on a charge of trespass. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll appoint the PD. State what you tell me.
It's just got a history going back to 2006. Batteries, probation violation, domestic violations. She's got more than one battery. She's got several trespasses, all within the last 3 years here in town. Petty theft, violation of an injunction just within the last 3 months.
Brandy, I have an address for you on Ardmore Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived there?
My whole life.
All right. Do you have a job these days?
I babysit.
Okay. We'll leave your bond at $1,000. I'll have you back in court on the 9th of November. Very important that you contact the public defender if you get out, okay?
Yes.
Thank
Is
you.
there any way I can get a free phone call?
To get what?
Phone call.
Phone call. Who do you want to call, Brandy?
My house, my parents.
Okay, if you give me a name and a phone number.
Do I get to do it in here, or?
I want you to tell me who you want to call, give me their name, and tell me their phone number.
Dewana Hurd.
And what is Dewana's phone number?
942-2456.
Okay, they'll let you make that phone call to Dewana, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Casey Collins? Morning, Ms. Collins. What's your date of birth?
5395.
Okay. Casey, we got two issues. I have a warrant today signed by Judge Merritt. Apparently you failed to appear in his courtroom on possession of controlled substance, possession of paraphernalia. And then we have new charges of retail theft, carrying a concealed weapon, and resisting without violence. There's probable cause for those. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
I'll probably defend you.
I'll appoint the PD. Okay. And Gail, is there an earlier date that I can get back in front of Judge Merritt?
On a pretrial condition 1019.
Okay, because I'm an RCOer, so 1019.
You want it this week sometime?
It doesn't have to be this week, just before the 2nd of November, because I'm going to revoke on the felony case, so I want to move her up.
Yeah.
No, this week.
It's kids' court this week.
Yeah, I think.
The 19th is not good.
November 2nd is only 2 weeks out.
Yeah, so. Right.
So it's either this week or 2 weeks from
Okay, this week is fine. What day?
Would be the
19th? Okay.
now.
Okay. So Casey, what I'm going to do on the misdemeanors, I'm going to leave the bonds per the schedule, which is 1,000 on each count. That's a total of 3. Those are coming back the 9th of November. And the public defender is going to come see you. And then you had, job number 1 when you have open criminal cases is don't pick up new criminal cases. It appears to me that you had. So pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471, I'm going to revoke your ability for pretrial release in 17 CF 2606. That's the cases in front of Judge Merritt. So I'm going to hold you on those on no bond, but we'll have them come back later this week, the 19th of October. And Judge Merritt can revisit your bond if he wishes. The public defender will come see you before you go to court on all of these cases. But like I said, you'll be in jail at least until the 19th when you're back in front of Judge Merritt. And on the 9th of November, you'll be in misdemeanor court. If you get bond on your felony again or get your case resolved, then you can bond on the misdemeanors, okay?
Good.
Thank you. Regina Marty? Well, Regina, what's your date of birth?
8988.
Charges violation of a domestic violence injunction. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
A public defender, but if I decide to get a lawyer, could I?
You always can. That's never a problem.
Yeah, public defender.
Okay. And looks like she has an open battery, right?
I believe so, from 1011.
Regina, this is what's going to happen in your case. On this case, I will set the bond at $1,000. This one's I'm going to move it to November 7th because that's where your other case is. Condition of this bond is also that you have no contact with Juan. I know you know what that means because it's been explained to you a couple of times now. Then the other thing we're going to do is the same thing because job number 1 when you're out on bond is don't pick up new criminal charges. It appears to me that you have. So pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471, I'm going to revoke your pretrial release. You got a case number, anybody on that battery?
18MM3333.
In 18MM3333, so we're going to hold you without bond on that case until you get back in front of Judge Rupi on the 7th of November. This case will also be there on the 7th. The public defender will come see you at the jail unless you hire private counsel, and then you should let them know that you have 2 cases coming back on November 7th, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I have court on the 25th because the junction's on my son as well.
Okay, well they'll arrange for you to appear at that, just like you're appearing here in front of me, okay?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. James Carpenter? Mr. Carpenter, what's your date of birth?
5/9/75.
Mr. Carpenter, the charge is retail theft. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
Appoint the PD, Steve?
Got some that's in 98 with a violation probation. Bad checks in 2008. And then in 2015, there's math violations, probation, driving suspended.
Okay. Jim, I got an address for you on Highfield Road. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
How long have you been there?
2 years.
You have a job these days?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Remodel.
I'll leave your bond at 1,000. I'll have you back in court on the 9th of November. Very important that you contact the public defender when you get out, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Stephen Counts? Stephen, what's your date of birth?
10/5/80.
Stephen had 2 charges today, possession of marijuana with intent and possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause to those charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD and state.
Mr. Counsel's history is... seems to be a first arrest.
Yes, sir. I have an address for you on Lakeview Court at Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you been there?
Almost 2 months.
You have a job these days?
I'm currently employed with the post office. I haven't been working with them. I've been self-employed.
Okay. With the bonds per the schedule, which is $2,000 on the marijuana, $1,000 on the paraphernalia. The total is $3,000. We'll have you back in court on the 9th of November. Make sure you contact the PD if you get out, all right?
Yep.
Thank you. Nicholas Grispo. Want to start with your date of birth?
January 25th, 1981.
Nicholas, you're hearing a warrant signed by Judge Rupi. She found probable cause for 1 count of grand theft auto. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire a private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Please, sir, public defender.
I'll appoint the PD, State.
2005, he's got some evidence tampering, possession of a handcuff key, been in violation of probation. 2012, theft conviction. 2012, false statement. A couple of them for about pawning stuff. Some of them look like they were dropped. 2014, marijuana, paraphernalia. Vehicle theft arrest. Harassing a victim or witness conviction in 14. 15, he's got some violation of probation. 16 violation of probation. He's got some out-of-state history. I'm not sure what the
That's good. That's good. Nicholas, I have an address for you on Hallcrest Avenue in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
Going on 2 years.
You have a job these days?
No, sir, not at the moment.
Okay. I'm going to leave the bond per the Judge Rupi's warrant, which is a $2,000. I'll have you back in court on November 9th. Very important that you contact the public defender if you get out, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Christine Down. Mr. Pila.
Morning, guys.
You doing
Very
good?
festive today.
So is that Packer green you're wearing?
Yep. I can get a good view from you, Judge. I'll wear whatever I have
There you
to.
go.
Judge, on Miss Dow's cases. Hi, Miss Dow. How you doing? I've actually not had a chance to talk with her. We just got hired on this on Thursday. I've talked to her boyfriend. I've talked to the state. We're going to resolve it. Judge, she's got 2 cases. 3213 is a battery. 3226 is a violation of pretrial release. Judge, in 3213, pursuant to negotiate to the state attorney's office, the battery is going to be reduced down to a disorderly conduct.
Okay.
It's going to be a withhold on both cases. The battery, Judge, which is being knocked down to disorderly conduct, there's going to be 6 months probation. As a condition of the probation, she's going to have to do a mental health evaluation and undergo any treatment. There's going to be an 8-hour online anger management class. She's going to have to pay the standard fines and court costs. And there's going to be no contact with the victim in the case, who is her ex-husband. There is a pending injunction going on in that, so she knows not to violate that.
Okay.
And the new case, which is a violation of pretrial release, which is what recommitted her, it's just going to be a withhold and fines and court costs.
Very good. All right, Christine, you understand by entering pleas today, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent. Do you want to give up those rights so we can take care of this today?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Enough time to speak to him? He answered any questions you have?
Yes, sir.
Good. Case number 18MM3213, that's the charge of battery. How do you wish to or to disorderly conduct? How do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest.
Yes.
I'll accept the plea, find it's freely and voluntarily made. I will withhold adjudication, put you on probation for 6 months. While you're on that probation, you'll have a mental health evaluation. If that evaluation recommends treatment, you'll follow that treatment. You'll complete an 8-hour anger management course, pay a fine and court cost of $503, and you'll have no contact with your ex-husband. In case number 18MM3226, as to the charge that you violated your conditions of pretrial release, how do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest.
Yes, sir.
I'll accept that plea, find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll withhold adjudication, find a court cost on that. It's also 503, we'll let you do a payment plan for that. With the disorderly conduct probation, Christine, if you complete those conditions early, then you can terminate the probation early. And then just as a warning, none of any of this has anything to do with you having contact with your ex-husband. If there is an injunction out there, that stays in full force and in effect until the judge who issues it says otherwise. I can have no effect on that injunction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay? You also are having no contact in the context of this probation case. So if you were to have contact, and there is an injunction, you would be violating the probation that I just put you on, as well as committing a new crime for violating the injunction. We're crystal clear about all that?
Absolutely. Thank
All
you.
right, very good. If there's nothing else keeping you in jail, you'll be released today. You're going to report to county probation, pardon me, no later than 3 p.m. on Tuesday, October 16th, okay?
Okay.
Very good, thank you.
And Judge, on that, these were set for November 15th, so we can
there
strike
we'll
them off the
strike
docket.
You bet.
Thank
Anything
you,
else?
Judge. That's it.
Do you have something there?
Thank you.
Yep. Yes, Your Honor.